Hello everyone, this is Kim from Kimberbell Designs, and if you are watching this video right now, well, that means that you're having a whole lot of fun at a spooky soiree event, a Kimberbell machine embroidery event created just for you. I first want to send a shout out to all the shop owners out there who are hosting the spooky soiree event. They did this for you. They became Kimberbell certified so that they could put on these machine embroidery events that not anybody can do. And they wanted to give you a great experience with machine embroidery. So thank you, shops, for hosting this. Now, you're at the spooky soiree event. So my guess is that you've probably already or are about to make this fun little witch hat. Okay. I absolutely love it, and I'm an adult, and I plan on making these for all my girlfriends too. I think we'll have a blast having a little witch party. Now, this looks great for adults, for kids, maybe your pets, I don't know, but there's so many more things that you can do with this little witch party hat. So I thought it would be fun to share with you another idea of how to use this once the Halloween season is over, and that is to make a birthday party hat. And there's a little extra something that goes on here at the end. So what I did is I used the same machine embroidery file that you have on your Spooky Soiree CD. And instead of course, the black colors, I chose 5 different very bright colors to use for my party hat. Now, the only step I left off, and I think you'll want to too, is don't stitch the spider web. Somehow the spider and the spider web, it doesn't go with the birthday hat theme, right? So skip that step. But once you've done that, go ahead and glue it together just like you did with the witch party hat. Now, it needed a little something on top, right? A little pom-pom. So I decided to make one out of fabric. And this is how easy it can be done. All you have to do is take strips of fabric. I cut them it's about 1/8 of an inch wide. And really, it doesn't matter how long your strips are. You're just going to cut a bunch of them and then take your 4 fingers together and just start wrapping in a loop. Whoop, let's try that again. There we go. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And now I'm going to pull off another one and just wrap, wrap, wrap. It's nice and it's going to be nice and fluffy here. Look, here's a small one, and I just wrapped it once. So it really doesn't matter how many times you do it. Once you get to the size you want, you're just going to slip it off your fingers, pinch it there in the middle, and then take another piece of fabric, lay it down, and I'm just going to tie a knot around the middle of it. Okay. There's a quick knot. Now you've got loops on both sides. See that? All I'm going to do from there is take my scissors and snip it, just like so. You'll just continue to snip, 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 and in fact I want to give it a little bit more shape than what I have, so I'm going to give it a little haircut, so to speak. Okay, and then I'm going to play with it a little bit, work out those little strips of fabric into a ball. Once you've done that, all you have to do is glue it on top with a little bit of hot glue. How cute is that? Isn't that darling? Okay, now are you ready for something even more cute? Wait for it. Check this out. What I did is I went ahead and I just stitched that same base that you used on your witch hat, and I'm going to use it a little bit differently than I did before. I'm actually going to glue along the bottom of the rim here, just like so, and I'm going to place it down there in the middle. And I still want this base because I need something for this to, ooh, ouch, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't glue your fingers. Okay. All right. Don't trust Kim with a glue gun. All right. Now it's glued there, but I don't want this extra brim on there. So I'm just going to simply cut it off. Okay. Be very careful not to cut your stitches too. That's always important. Now I have a base to be able to put that on top of my headband, just like so. All right, but here's the extra cute part that I think you're gonna like. What I wanted to do is I wanted to create an organza ruffle around the bottom of this. So what we have here at Kimberbell are the new Kimberbell Dot organza sheets, or on a roll. And this is brand new, so if your shop doesn't have it already, they will very, very soon. And you'll notice there's the purple organza in there. Well, it's the same purple organza that came in your witch, on your witch hat. So you're going to want a whole lot more of that, so you can make them for all your friends. It's got red organza, which we're going to be using for this party hat, and it's got a really pretty silver organza too, which you're going to see in future projects. All I did, took my roll, I took off 24 inches, just like so. So it comes in a 6-inch width strip and cut off 24 inches. Now I'm going to fold those together in half, hot dog ways, we like to call it, right? The length of it. And it doesn't matter if you fold right sides together or wrong sides together, because they pretty much look the same there. And it's got the pretty glitter dots on both sides. Then I took it to the sewing machine and just sewed a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way down to make a tube. Now normally when you make a tube, you're thinking, oh, now I got to turn that inside out. Not with this. Just go ahead and sew that down and keep it as is, because then you're going to just fold it in your hands so that the seam becomes the back of the tube. Does that make sense? There we go. So the seam becomes the back of the tube. All right. Once you've done that, I'm just going to take a needle and thread, and I'm going to create a long running stitch all the way down the middle of the tube. Now I did this in a white thread so that you could see it well on the video, but if I were to do this for my own project, I would match my thread color to the color of the polka dot organza. Okay, so once you've done that with a needle and thread, it's so simple after this. It's so cute. You're just going to ruffle it and just spread it out long enough. You can see why you're going to want a matching thread here. But now I can glue this along the bottom of my hat. There you go. That's all there is to it. You'll just continue it around. Take a look at how cute that hat is. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so much fun. I think, not only a fun party hat for any child or adult birthday, but how cute would this be in pretty soft pinks or baby blues? You could stitch the number 1 on it for the child's 1-year birthday party and have it as their little 1-year hat when they go to eat that cake. That would be super cute. Or how about doing this in like a gold and silver and black and make it a New Year's Eve party hat? So whether you've been doing machine embroidery for years or this is your first time experiencing machine embroidery, I hope you had a ton of fun. Now, if you're ever in the market for an embroidery machine, here's a question I get asked all the time. Kim, what brand of machine do you recommend? And I'll tell you what my answer always is. It always is that I recommend the brand that your nearest quilt shop or your favorite quilt shop sells, because all of the different brands are fantastic. We use them all here at the Kimberbell lab, we like to call it, and so there are so many good things about each brand. But what I especially think is important is that you go to a dealer who will provide the service, the education, the classes, the fun, and the Kimberbell experience so that you can truly enjoy machine embroidery. Thanks for joining me today. Have fun at the rest of your event, and I hope to see your pictures on Facebook and on Instagram. I'd love to see what you're making. Bye.